It's been a while since I've done a video indoors. I think my last 5 or 6 videos have been filmed outside, but it is getting dark out there, so I'm going to do this video inside. And today I'm going to review the book 13 Reasons Why by J. Asher. And unlike the rest of the books that I've been reviewing and reading, this is not young adult fantasy. I think it is in the category of young adult, though it has nothing to do with fantasy. It's actually so realistic that I don't think I would read this book again. I really enjoyed it, but it's not something I'd want to read twice. This is about a girl named Hannah Baker, and she is a high schooler who committed suicide. The title 13 Reasons Why stems from the fact that after Hannah kills herself, she passes around these audio tapes before she dies, like right before. And there are 7 tapes, but 13 stories. And every story is about a person who affected her life, mostly in a negative way, and they are one of the contributing reasons why she took her own life. And so the person that we follow around is a student named Clay Jensen. Yeah. And he is the 9th person on the audio tapes, and I'm not going to say how he's relevant to the story, but he is the character that we end up following around to hear all the stories. And it's very heartbreaking. This story is so depressing. I mean, it's very entertaining and it's very clever. I like the way that everything kind of comes together full circle. Like, all these stories seem like they're not related in any way, but they're all connected through this one girl. And it's a lot of, it seems at first kind of like just high school drama, like, I thought it was silly why someone would kill themselves over, rumors in high school. That kind of happens everywhere and anywhere. But her stories, her emotions run a lot deeper, and, after reading and hearing her thoughts, it seems so realistic. I've never lost anyone that close to me, but it still kind of tugs at your emotions. This book has opened my mind a lot to appreciate all those moments that you have with people. I mean, the story is so intriguing is that you just kind of can't get enough. As Clay Jensen is listening to Hannah's voice and he's following her map and going around the city, basically reliving her worst moments, you as a reader, you're following Clay around, so it's like as though you're listening to Hannah's voice. And I don't know about you guys, but when I read this book, I felt like I could hear her voice. I kind of had in my mind what Hannah's voice sounded like, and it's very eerie. And I think the author does a very good job at keeping to the focus of what's going on between Clay and the audio tapes. Like, the only dialogue is, the dialogue is very minimal. The writing is either what Hannah is saying or what Clay is thinking. So there's not a lot of filler, not a lot of narration. It just keeps moving along, and you really have to sort of struggle to keep up at times. It's very fast-paced, and like I said, the emotions run deep. It's going fast, and as much as Clay doesn't want to keep listening to the voices and he wants to just stop, make it go away, he can't stop. He just has to listen to all the tapes and follow her map. And that's how I felt as a reader, that I thought the story was really depressing. Why would I want to read about this kind of drama? I lived through high school. I didn't like that kind of drama. But at the same time, I felt like, well, I started this. I started the tapes. I started the story. I have to see where this is going. How is this all connected? Because none of it is making sense so far. And then she comes back to the characters that she talked about in her first story. And so it all starts to make sense, and it gets more interesting, and it just becomes kind of like juicy gossip. So overall, I did enjoy this book. I give it 4 out of 5 stars, maybe 3. I've never read anything quite like this, and I do recommend that you guys check it out. I rarely do book reviews where I didn't like the book and I would tell you guys not to check it out. So if it wasn't a good book, I just wouldn't review it in general. But sometimes I will review books that I didn't enjoy so much just to express my opinion on it, I suppose. But I'm going to have a book haul video coming up and also another book review video, so stay tuned and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.